Good morning everyone and welcome back. I had quite a few requests yesterday to film a tutorial for my slow cooker vegetarian lasagna. So I'm going to have a go at it this morning guys, but I haven't got any special lighting or tripods, so please just bear with me because it might not be as quite finely tuned as what you're used to from other vloggers. So here's what you're going to need for the mince part of the lasagna. Tomato puree, which is a speed food. Some sweet corn, which has been frozen but it's now slightly defrosted, that's a free food. I've got a diced red pepper, speed food, a diced red onion, speed food, fry free food, some Quorn mince, which is a free food. I've got some mixed herbs, which is a free food. I've got a carton of passata, which is a speed food. I've got a tin of chopped tomatoes, which are a speed food, but I haven't opened them because I'm not sure if I'm going to need them yet. I've got some sliced mushrooms. These are a speed food. I would normally use fresh, but these I bought in error the other week, so I thought I'd use them up. I've got some Worcester sauce, which is a free food, and I've got sweetener, which is half a sin for a tablespoon. Then for the white sauce element, I'm going to need 500 grams of fat-free natural yogurt, which is a free food, 2 eggs, which are a free food, 150 grams of natural cottage cheese, which is a free food. I've got whole grain mustard. Now, this is 1 tablespoon for 1 sin, which I will probably use shared against 4, won't be really any sins. And then to construct the lasagna, you're going to need your slow cooker, obviously, some lasagna sheets, and I've got 80 grams of lighter cheddar, which will be serving for half a healthy extra each. If you've only got regular cheddar, you could use that, but you'd need to only use 60 grams for half a healthy extra each. So let's get started. Now, I've got a lovely non-stick Jamie Oliver saucepan, which is my absolute favourite. I'm going to start to heat this up. It shouldn't take too long. I'm going to get my fry light ready. I normally go with about 5 squirts of fry light just to stop everything from sticking. And then once I think that's warmed up, I'll start adding in my goodies. Right, it starts to be bubbling and sizzling, so see, now this is where it's going to be tricky with one hand. I'll swap the load up. Now, so I'm frying off the red onion and the red pepper at the moment. Now, you can use white onions, they are a speed food, but I just tend to use red onions in everything because we prefer the flavour of them, and it just saves having to buy 2 different types of onions on a budget. Now I'm going to pop the sweet corn in. Again, if you want to keep it just speedy, you wouldn't have to put the sweet corn in, but we both just quite like the taste of the sweet corn, and it just gives it another colour which looks quite nice once it's cooked. Looks like a rainbow in the pan at the moment. Looking good. Put the mushrooms in. As I said, I would normally use fresh, but I'm going to use up these frozen ones today, tinned ones today, because otherwise they're only going to sit in the cupboard doing nothing. Whilst that's sizzling away, just going to open up our mince. Okay, that's nicely frying away now, so I'm going to add in our corn mince. Now again, I would normally buy frozen corn mince because I normally find that the price point of it is cheaper when you're on a budget. However, yesterday in Asda they had the corn mince in the fresh section on the rollback for £2, so hence why today we've gone a bit posh and we've got the fresh mince. Makes quite a nice change, and obviously as well it won't take as long to brown off because it hasn't got to defrost in the pan as well as brown off. So I'm not quite sure whether corn mince tastes like regular meat mince because I've never eaten meat. I was brought up as vegetarian. I was vegetarian for over 30 years exclusively until I fell ill last year, and I've now eaten fish and been pescatarian for just over a year, and I have to say that it's opened up a world of food possibilities, cooking opportunities, places to visit, restaurants to visit, because sometimes being exclusively vegetarian isn't always that convenient or easy when you're out and about. I'm was quite a strict vegetarian, and I still am quite strict in that I won't eat anything which has got gelatin in. Even though I now eat fish, I still won't eat anything that's got gelatin in it. It's just not something that I agree with. And so I'm always looking for yummy, Slimming World friendly, vegetarian or pescatarian recipes to cook for myself and Poppy, because she's also pescatarian. I'm now going to add in our passata. Again, I'd normally buy the cheap one, but this was on a rollback for 50p. So we've got the posh brand today. Not that I think it will taste any different, because it probably won't. But it's just nice to have something when it's within your budget for a change. Now I'm going to give that a mix, and then I will see if I think I need to add the chopped tomatoes as well. Now it's mixing quite well at the moment, as you can see. So at the moment I'm going to say no to the chopped tomatoes because there seems to be enough moisture in there. And what I might do, if it starts to stick or I think it's going a little bit too dry, I might just add a drop of water. Now if you can hear funny noises in the background, that'll be Coco, because she's always hanging around when I'm cooking, just in case she gets any like scraps or anything that I might drop, particularly any cheese, because that's her favourite. So now I'm going to start to add my seasonings. Now I'm probably a little bit different to other people, in that there is some different things that I add to mine. It's just things that I've done over the years really. So firstly I always add 2 tablespoons of sweetener. That's 1 sin, but obviously because it's across 4 portions, I don't tend to worry about counting the sins. Let that bubble away. Now I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of Worcester sauce. That's 1 tablespoon. And that's 2 tablespoons. I find that the sweetener just takes the edge off the chopped tomatoes or passata, which can sometimes be bitter. I find the Worcester sauce gives it a lovely warming taste. And I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of tomato puree. So I've got 1 tablespoon. Sorry, I'm just having to swap hands. As I say, I'm not an expert. I'm just somebody who's giving it a go today, and we'll see how we go. So apologies if it's not quite the standard that you're used to. But hopefully it'll taste good in the end. And then I've got my 2nd tablespoon of tomato puree going in. There we go. And now, so that's my sweetener, my Worcester sauce and my tomato puree. And now I'm going to add some herbs. Now, I might have to put you down because I've got to grind these. I haven't got 3 hands, unfortunately. So, let's see if I can do it. No, I'm going to pop you down for 1 second so I can grind my herbs in. You'll probably hear the grinder. I'll be back with you in 1 second. There we go, all ground in. Let's get you back on the pot, shall we, so we can give it a stir. Right, there we go. So we've got tomato puree, we've got mixed herbs, we've got Worcester sauce, and we've got some sweetener to take away the acidy edge. Now, it's all looking really good, but I think I am just going to add a tiny bit of boiling water because I don't feel like it needs the chopped tomatoes as well. So I'm just going to get my kettle, walk you around with me. There we go. Just going to put a little bit of water in. Water's great actually when you're cooking because sometimes when we use fry light, items stick to our frying pans or saucepans, and if you add more fry light, really you're just not helping the situation. So I tend to do this, I keep adding by trial and error a little splash of water as I go, and just keep it going. I don't know how much water that would have been. I'm not the best for measuring. I just sort of guess and go. I think that comes with having cooked quite a lot over the years. I've always cooked. I really enjoy cooking. You've probably seen on my photos on Instagram that presentation is a big thing for me. Variety is a big thing for me. So I really enjoy cooking, and I'm just glad now that I've started this journey with you guys that I can finally share with you some of my tips, tricks, hints, recipes. So obviously this is going to cook in the slow cooker, so I'm not too worried about how cooked through it is because obviously it's going to cook in the slow cooker today. So I think I'm actually going to leave that there for now, and I'm going to turn my pan off. So that's going to bubble away. Now I'm going to make the white sauce. Now this could be a bit tricky with one hand, but again, I'll give it a go. So I've got my jug blender, and to make your white sauce, these are the ingredients that you're going to need. So, excuse me one moment, just need to wash out my measuring spoon so that I can do my mustard. Right, so into your jug blender you will need to take the lid off. That'll probably be a good start, wouldn't it? And we're going to pop in 2 eggs. Well, oh no, we lost a bit of shell in there, didn't we? Never mind. Got it out. Put that straight in the bin because I don't really like raw egg hanging around. I've got another egg, so that's 2 eggs now. There we go, not bad for one-handed crack. There we go, pop that in the rubbish. And now we're going to add in our cottage cheese, which I've already pre-measured out, and that is 150 grams, which is half a standard pot. Now you can make it without the cottage cheese. I just find that it gives it a bit of a different dimension, and we both quite like cottage cheese, so it adds a bit of extra filling power as well, because obviously protein in the cottage cheese. So make sure we get all those last bits out. We don't want to waste anything. There we go. So it's 150 grams of cottage cheese. Now I'm going to pop in my fat-free natural yogurt, which I really should have opened before we started. Sorry, I'm just going to have to put you down for 1 second. There we go. These are the things that you just can't do one-handed. So pouring in 500 grams fat-free natural yogurt, free food. There we go. Make sure we get it all out, shall we? There we go. That looks pretty good to me. And now, I know some people put nutmeg in this, but it's not something that I tend to keep in the store, in the larder. So I'm going to put my favourite in, which is mustard. Now, Poppy really likes mustard as well, and actually, whenever I make a cheese sauce or a white sauce, she always says, "Is there mustard in it, Mummy?" And 9 times out of 10, yes there is, because I've remembered to put it in. So I know I could use the powdered mustard, which I believe is free, but again, I just have one mustard in the house. So I'm going to use this one, which if I need to get into 1 second. So again, I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of mustard, which is here. And put that in. Now don't do what I've done before and forget to put the lid on the blender, and it whizzes and it coats your kitchen a lovely colour. Pop the lid on the mustard, and I'm going to give this a whiz, so excuse the noise. Sorry about that. I was sorting out my blender and I accidentally hit the stop button, so we are here in the second half of our video. So the white sauce is all blended up and we are ready to make our lasagna. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to pop this white sauce over here. As you can see here, I'm going to give it a bit of a stir. You can see it's just kind of nice white sauce, quite foamy, quite thick. So I'm ready with that. Now we're going to create our beautiful lasagna. So I'm going to grab this, which is the mince. Now, when you are making it, you need to, I'm going to pop the light on for a second. You need to have your lasagna, everything ready, so that you're ready to create it. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to do 3 layers of everything. So I'm going to put some mince in, some more mince in, and some more mince in, and then I'm going to flatten it down. So that was 3 spoons of mince. So I'm going to put that at the bottom. Just going to put a tiny bit more in. Obviously it's trial and error, guys. There's no recipe to this. It's just make it how you want to make it, and then obviously you'll need to zhuzh your lasagna sheets as you go. I'm going to break one there and put it in like that. I might do that, like that, so that looks good. Now we're going to put on some white sauce, which which is like this. See, you wouldn't think that would make a nice white sauce, but look at that, guys. Now just make sure that all lasagna sheets are coated. You can use your hands if they're clean like mine are. Now I'm going to go in with some more mince. So I'm going to put this mince on like this, and like this, and then like this. See, there we go, a bit more mince there, guys. So you're going to have to just bear with me a second while I do this next bit of sheets. So we've got like this. There we go, and then of course we're going to do our white sauce. So again, make sure it's all covered. Plenty to go round, isn't there? Again, make sure it's covered, and because that's what helps our lasagna sheets to cook. You can see for our last layer, we've got about a third of the white sauce and about a third of the mince left, and about a third of the lasagna sheets. So let's get cracking. We're going to put this next layer of mince on. Not sure about you guys, but I really like lasagna. It's one of my favourites. And obviously this one will be perfect because when we get in for a busy day, it'll all be ready. And all I need to do is make a bit of speedy salad and dish it up, which is a winner. And also there won't be much washing up, because what I'll do is I'll do this bit of washing up probably before I go out today. And then once I come back, the only thing that will need washing up is the slow cooker and the plates and cutlery. So winner, winner. Let's put this last bit of mince. We don't want to waste any of it. We're going to put last bit of mince, and then I'm going to actually put a bit of extra lasagna sheets because I've got an extra one left. So I'm going to do this like this, and then I'm going to break the other one in pieces, and then like this, and then like this, and like that. So there we go, that's the top layer. You can see I've used all the mince within reason, and the last bit of white sauce is going on the top. So don't think that we're going to need all of that, but right, that'll do. So you can see 3 layers. Now I'm going to pop on my cheese. Now remember what I said, this is using half of my Healthy Extra A proportion, so it's 80 grams of light cheddar, in other words 20 grams each, and if you use normal cheddar it will be 60 grams you need to use, but I always buy the light cheddar because I like it nice and cheesy. So this is going to feed me and Poppy for dinner tonight, and then we will probably, because lasagna is too good to miss out on having 2 days in a row, we will probably have lasagna again for either lunch or dinner tomorrow with some more speedy salads. But obviously it'll all be cooked, ready, it just needs to be warmed up tomorrow. So that's it, guys. I'm going to put the lid on if I can. There we go, and this is going to go on low for around 8 hours. Obviously you won't need to do anything to it, won't even need stirring. I really hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, guys. Sorry I've had to put you down, sorry I stopped the recording halfway through by accident, but I've really tried my best without a tripod and without the best lighting. So I hope you can kind of get the gist of this recipe, and maybe you're going to give it a go. Obviously, if you do make it, give me a tag on Instagram or show me a video even on YouTube. I'd love to see your take on it, and let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see more recipe tutorials. There's quite a few that I could maybe make for Slimming World recipes, We've got our pasta and sauce quiche, we've got our baked oats waffles, we've got our Weetabix muffins, we've got other pasta sauces that I make in the slow cooker. So if you'd like to see any of those, obviously let me know which one and leave me a comment below. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!